Hello everyone. Good afternoon and welcome to Money Magic session with Meeta Parekh, and I am Dr. Swati Verma here. Um, uh, just here to introduce our master trainer for Money Magic. She is Meeta Parekh, and a little brief about her achievements, her qualification, etc. She is a qualified IT engineer, and she has done her bachelor's in psychology and done yoga and naturopathy diploma also. A very diverse knowledge she possesses. She is a founder and director of Brain Secrets and done a lot of counselings to around some 5,000 plus clients under this Brain Secrets. And she is using the tool which is called as Brain Selfie DMIT tool. She has learned stock market from one of the renowned trainers, Mr. Rohan and Miss Asmita Patel and Mr. Abhishek. And other than that, she is continuously gaining a lot of knowledge from many other stock market leaders and gurus. So she is also a trader in stock market since decades. So we can understand she possesses a lot of practical knowledge in stock market. And today she is here with all her knowledge, a great portfolio to help us understand what we can do for our own money and how money can come to us magically. So thank you so much, Meeta, for joining us today to conduct this Money Magic Masterclass. And I am just giving the forum to you now. So hand over it to you, Meeta. Let's welcome Meeta Parekh.
Thank you, Swati ma'am. I'm really thankful for SheSpce India for giving me this opportunity to share my knowledge with the people, and I'll promise to do my best during the webinar.
Thank you.
Yeah. So the main key away from this course, this webinar will be like we'll be able to understand the stock market, why we should invest into stock market, then what is the main difference between trader and investor, and main thing is how do we become money making magicians. Okay, and so we also share the details about the course offered. Fine. And I want it to be an interactive session, so if any questions is there, we'll have a question answer session also, and we will I'm sure you'll be able to enjoy the seminar as well as you'll gain good knowledge from this. Okay. So let me start with one story. There was one farmer, fine, and he had 4 sons, and now he had become almost 55. So he decided that he had become 60 years old. So he decided to, retire from life, and he thought, "Ki, I want to give all my property, the person, to the son who is the wisest or who is the intelligent among all." So he decided, "Ki, how will I come to know that who is the intelligence?" So what he thought some plan in his mind, and he gave all his children, all his sons half kg of rice. Okay, so everyone he has given half kg of rice, and then he said that I'll be meeting you after 5 years, and then I'll decide after the 5 years that who will be the owner of all my property. He has property, huge property, fine. And then he left and he gave 5 years to half kg of rice to everyone. Now the first son was, he thought that okay, my father has become old age, and there is a saying that "Sakhe buddhi nathe." But when the person becomes 60-year-old, brain doesn't work. That is what the saying means. So he thrown away the rice and he forgot about it. Now the second son was very fond of food. So he thought, okay, father has given me rice, so let me use it. So he made half of it. He used for make kheer, and half of it he used for making a biryani. And this is how he uses half kg rice. Third person thought, ki maybe father has given it, so it must be precious. So he just kept it the rice in the cupboard. Fine. So first son just thrown it out. Second son used it for the food, and third kept it in a locker. And the same father, but the three sons are approaching the different way. Now the fourth son was very clever. So he thought ki father has given half kg rice, so my father is such a intelligent person, he has made such a huge property, so there should be some reason behind it. So he used his brain, and what he did, he went to farmer and he planted all the rice into the farm, and he started nurturing it, मतलब उसको पानी दिया, उसको अच्छे से सब देखभाल किया, and within some time that rice उसमें से plants आ गए, and it has become a bigger farmer. After that what he did, he took out the half rice with him, मतलब he sold it, and half rice again he planted. Likewise he kept on doing for the 5 years. So you can predict, or you can realize that how much rice he must have made from that half kg. Are you all getting it, what I'm trying to convey? Yes. So at the end of the
Yes.
5 year, at the end of the 5th year, what happened? He made a huge, not only huge cash, but he made farms, and he made storehouse filled with the rice. And obviously, the father is going to select him only because from the half kg of rice, he made billions of money within 5 years. True? So the reason to tell you is this story is that even we can do same thing in our life. Fine. Everybody of is earning, or we are getting pocket money. Suppose you are a college student, you get pocket money. If you are a housewife, you have some extra saving. If you are a working person, you have. And for example, you are just getting some extra money like 5,000 rupees per month. Okay. Similarly, like we get 5,000 rupees per month. Then depend on the which person, which kind of son it is. Like first son thrown in, so we'll spend it in unnecessary thing. Second person will make FD. Some person will just have a food out of it. But what we have realized from the story, that whoever is an intelligent person, उसका एक चीज का 1000 चीज करेंगे, बराबर है, और उसी को प्रॉपर्टी मिलेगा. So the clever person will, clever people will invest into FD, and most clever person will do what? They will invest into the stock market. But as we know that if you don't know the swimming, and if you jump into the swimming pool, what is going to happen? You're going to drown away, right? So similarly, if you don't know in the stock market and you just start investing randomly, or you start trading randomly, that 5,000 rupees will become zero. So we have to first learn about it and then invest it for the getting the huge returns. Now, why the stock market is recommended for investing is because it's using power of compounding. There's another story that one king had competition with one clever chess player, and he said that with the each box in the chess board, you just double the rice grain and give me that much rice grain. So if you see the calculation in first, suppose here if you say it is 1, then it will become 4, 8, like that. If you keep on going, it's so many grains, rice grains are calculated with the power of compounding. And if you say that if the 0.029 of weight of one grain, then at the end of it becomes so many tons. So this is the power of compounding, right? So in the stock market, this is what we are doing. We are investing, and we are keep on investing our same investing again and again for the years together, and that is how it becomes a huge investment after a period of time. Now, as we know that the stock market is working on, or the investment in the stock market is working for the power of compounding, right? So now we'll have another question, that who can learn this and who can become the magician of making money in stock market? So can you all tell me that who is eligible for this according to you?
Those who
Okay,
know,
so
those
there
who
is
know stock market.
Okay, so I'll 100% say that each and every one of us, each and everyone, matlab, there is no man, woman, educated, non-educated, 15-year-old, 50-year-old, 19-year-old. There is no restriction for becoming magician of making money in stock market, because we all are gifted with this skill. The only thing is that we need to sharp that skill and use that skill. Fine. Because universe has everything in abundance. Now if you see, can you measure the sky? Can you tell me how many kilometers the sky is? Or can you tell me how many liters the ocean has water? Or even if you visit one garden, possible to find the number of flowers, because every day it is blossoming, right? So abundance, matlab, the universe has everything in abundance in infinite. It's up to us ki how much we can take it. Like if you are going to a sea and you go with a spoon, you go with a bucket, or you go with a tank, it's up to you. And accordingly that you can take the money or take the prosperity from the universe, right? So we have to, the one who is keen to learn and the one who is ready to devote the time for stock market is eligible to become money magician. I have a student who were not knowing English, who were not knowing how to operate the computer, still they are able to uh, trade in the nifty option and make money. So the only thing I want to tell you is that there is no restriction for learning for anyone. ऐसा नहीं है कि मेरे को इंग्लिश नहीं आता है, या तो मेरे पास कंप्यूटर नहीं है, या मेरे को कंप्यूटर नहीं आता है. All that are excuses. Fine. The one who has keen desire. There is a dialogue also ना कि पूरी कायनात मदद करती है. जब अपनी इच्छा होती है तो पूरी कायनात मदद करती है. इसलिए the one who is really having keen desire and the one who is able to devote the time is eligible to become money magician. And I am sure you all are having keen desire and you all have time devotion for this. And after doing the course, you are going to all become money magician. Now, another thing is I wanted to make you understand that whole the universe works on the vibrations, frequencies. Okay. So your energy frequency should match the frequency to receive money. Like अगर मैं normal radio भी लेती हूँ, मुझे अगर जूना हिंदी गाना सुनना है तो it should be tuned to 104. If I want to learn to the another English music, then it should be tuned to some other channel. Similarly, when you want to receive prosperity, you have to have that vibrations. Matlab universe should recognize your vibration and universe should feel that okay, you are capable to handle so much of money, or you are capable to handle so much of prosperity. If universe gets that signal, and there are angels moving around us who says tathastu, and if you are vibrating that energy, then 100% you will be able to make money from the stock market or from the anywhere. It's not only stock market, but the only thing is that we have to vibrate at that frequency. If deep inside the mind, if I keep on thinking, I don't have money, I'll never be able to learn, how much I make efforts, मैं हमेशा हार ही जाती हूँ, या मैं हमेशा लॉस ही करती हूँ, मैं कुछ भी बिजनेस करूँ मेरे को जमता ही नहीं है. अगर deep inside unconscious mind, subconscious mind, yeah, your conscious mind has such kind of thoughts, then it is very difficult for to earn, because the universe is not getting the vibration. उसको channel मिलता नहीं है आपका language से, आपकी vibration से, then universe will not select you to give that abundance. Like that in that story we have seen that there are son of same father, but one son could really achieve great thing, other people could not achieve because their vibrations were not matching, right? So now another, the moment I say that you have to match with that vibrations, so the question will arise that how do we get that vibrations, right? So that it is very simple. You get up in the morning, you take a mirror in your hand and you start speaking, you look at yourself and start speaking loudly this affirmation, right? Like it's time to be successful, it's time to make a difference, it's time to shake things up, it's time to grow, it's time to own my future, it's time to be financially independent, it's time to make money, it's time to educate. And also we have to keep on chanting that I love money and money loves me. It should be both way, right? I love money and money loves me. So affirmation, the 21 days at least you have to do by looking into mirror and also writing into the diary. Once you start doing this exercise, immediately your frequency level will vibrate to the higher level, and universe will be able to recognize that, okay, now she's preparing herself to that vibration where she's capable to handle so much of money, and automatically things will start appearing in your life.
I have a question.
Now there is no limit how you can increase your frequency, because there is no limit good things you can think. One way is to write that affirmation, and another way is to, in your daily life, how do you behave, or how do you think, so that your vibration still goes higher. Okay, so always you have to think good about other people, you have to always show the kindness. Then besides transforming your own life to lifting your frequency, you lift others lives too. Matlab, when you are at higher vibration, obviously you will attract the people who are at higher vibration. So you will get the people. The moment you decided I want to learn stock market, YouTube पे immediately stock market का videos आना शुरू हो जाएगा. You will meet people in the train or in the bus or traveling who are into stock market, because your whole body or the whole energy is, I want to learn stock market, I want to learn stock market. So the universe will support you for that if your desire is very keen. Okay, the positive frequency of your energy emanates out like the ripple from the stone flow into water, touching the planet and everything living things on it. As you rise higher, you take the world with you.
Meeta ma'am, I have a question from last
Yes.
slide. Like you said that one can chant and one can write. So in a day, do you think that some numbers are there that we should chant that many counts, or we should write that many times?
No, it has to be done 21 times, 21 days, and once, even one time in a day is sufficient.
Like once,
Matlab,
if I say in a day, once is okay, or I
matlab
should say
ideal
for some.
ideal way is early morning when you get up, twice in a time, twice in a daytime, and one when you go to sleep. Before you go to sleep, because the brain works in 4 waves: alpha, beta, gamma, and theta. So when your brain is in alpha wave, whatever instructions you give, it reaches to your subconscious mind. So alpha wave comes when you just get up from the bed and when you are about to go to sleep.
So you mean to say that chanting should be done twice a day,
Twice a day, even writing.
even writing also.
Writing also. And it should not be a mechanical process, you have to feel that
So
when
it
you are
should come from
saying
the depth of one's heart.
because if you feel it, then only that vibration will increase, that frequency will reach to higher level. If
दिल
I'm
की
just
चाहत
doing it
होनी चाहिए.
mechanically, matlab the things which I don't mean it, or the things which I don't believe, and if I start speaking it, it has no meaning.
दिल की चाहत होनी चाहिए.
हाँ, दिल की चाहत होनी चाहिए, and उस पे विश्वास होना चाहिए.
तभी वो अगर ना,
Faith होना चाहिए.
जब दिल का चाहत हो जाता है तो विश्वास अपने आप आ जाता
हाँ,
है.
विश्वास भी हो जाएगा, faith भी आ जाएगा, and automatically मतलब you will feel कि the things are improving. As I told you ना कि immediately you will get a signal कि my prayers or my chanting is been listened by universe. As I told you कि you will start getting people who are into that field, or you will start कोई group में आपको automatic add कर देगा which is related to stock market. So like that you will get the signal from the universe that yes, your vibrations are reaching to higher level. And why 21 days? Because as per the Hindu mythology, the nakshatra changes after 21 days. So it is scientifically proved that any habit you want to remove or you want to include in your life, it has to be done for 21 days.
It's a habit loop.
Many, whatever, मतलब किसी को smoking भी छोड़ना होगा या
Saying it's a habit loop. 2190. We call it as
Yeah,
a
2190.
2190 rule. We say our brain works in a 2190 rule, right?
Yeah,
So
right.
habit loop is 21 days.
Right. And it so happens that first 10 to 12 days, it is easy. But when you are reaching to that last 5 days now, then I'm talking about, suppose you want to come out, anyone wants to come out from the addiction. So smoking का addiction रहेगा ना, I treat many people for the addiction also. So smoking का रहेगा ना, तो first 7, 8, 10 days they are easily able to leave it. But last 5 days रहेगा ना, तो अगर mind strong नहीं है, then they again start smoking and then it doesn't work.
रिवर्स गियर में जाता है गाड़ी.
हाँ, रिवर्स गाड़ी में चला जाता है. Right. Fine. So this vibration and everything concept is clear, because see, whatever theoretical knowledge or whatever the technical knowledge if I give about the stock market, but if we are not vibrating at that frequency, that knowledge will not work. It will not bring the money. So first we have to become capable at a vibration level to receive that prosperity or the abundance, and then we if we learn, then things will work smoothly. एज आई टोल्ड यू कि कुछ भी माइंड में डाउट रहेगा और आप करोगे तो नहीं चलेगा. फिर मैं आपको कितना भी सिखाऊं, कितना भी आप कहीं से भी सीखो, कितना भी कोशिश करो, बट सबकॉन्शियस या अनकॉन्शियस माइंड में नेगेटिव चीज रहेगा, देन इट विल नॉट वर्क. मतलब वी कैन नॉट गेट द नाइस फ्रेग्रेंस बाय पुटिंग स्प्रे ऑन द डस्टबिन. First we have to empty the dustbin, we have to clear it, and then we do the things, right? Fine. Any other doubt?
बिल्कुल.
Okay. Now we talked about the vibration level and this thing, and now we will understand that what exactly is the stock market. Okay, in a very simple layman language I am explaining. Okay, now suppose Reena wants to start a tiffin service. She had decided that she wants to start a business, and her business is tiffin service. And for that she has found out all calculation, and she understood that she needs 15,000 rupees to run that business. But she has only 5,000. But her desire is very strong. So she will not say कि मेरे पास 5,000 rupees है तो मैं कैसा करूँगी. So she meets her friend, and with everyone she declares that I want to start a tiffin service and I need this much money, but I have only this much money. Now her friends have trust in her capability, and some तो चलो थोड़ा उसको support कर देते हैं. लगा तो तीर नहीं तो तुक्का, ज्यादा से ज्यादा कितना अपना जाएगा, 2,000 जाएगा या 5,000 जाएगा. बट एटलीस्ट अगर वो बिजनेस स्टार्ट करती है तो let us support her, let us give her the backing. Fine. So one of her friend gives her 2,000 rupees, another gives her 4,000 rupees, another gives 1,000, and another gives 3,000. Likewise, she gets 15,000 rupees, and everybody has given her money for the 1 year. Within the 1 year, they are not going to ask it back. Okay. Now Reena is very happy because she got the money what she wanted, and she also wanted to do this business. So she starts her business and she makes lot of efforts. बहुत मेहनत करती है because दूसरे के पैसे से खेल रही है ना, तो बहुत मेहनत करके she makes 3,000 rupees profit for the first 3 months. Right? In the first 3 months, she makes a 3,000. Now she is not using that profit in any other thing. She is investing the same profit in the same business. So now her capital becomes 18,000. So with the higher capital, in the next 3 months, she makes a profit of 4,000 rupees. Again, she invests, so her capital becomes 22,000. And again, she makes a, this time there is some lag, so she makes lesser profit, but there is a profit only. So likewise she keeps on doing it, and her capital becomes high. So after that, after 1 year, she decides that her friends have helped her, so she must give something to them, and she decides to give the 5% of her profit to them in the investment ratio. Like whoever is invested whatever amount, in that ratio she decides to give the profit. So she arranges a party, and in 3 months her profit was 9,000 rupees. So 5% of 9,000 is going to be 450 rupees, and she divides that money according to the investment ratio. Fine. So within 3 months, whoever is invested, Geeta is getting 90 rupees, Ramesh is getting 180 rupees. Likewise, calculation wise, everybody is getting money on their investment, and they still keeps on investment with her only. No one is taking out the investment. Likewise, she works very hard and she works very smartly also, and then her capital becomes 5 lakhs. And again, looking at her capital, other people also starts investing her, and the organization becomes bigger. Right? It's a very simple example. So this is how also stock market also works. Right? Some business people, some people, they have the ideas, but they don't have that much capital. So they start company, and after some criteria, there is an exchange which will list that company, and in that we will be investing in that company. That we'll see later. Okay. And every 3 months that company will declare a result, so investor will get an idea about the company's progress. Then as Rina had given her profit as a percentage sharing, similarly with the company who is making the profit, they'll start giving the dividend. Sometimes they'll give bonus shares, and if the company is in profit, obviously their share value will increase. And whenever investor wants to take out the investment, she or he has to just simply sell the shares, and that money will be credited into the bank account. So is that example is clear that how the stock market is working? It's a very small example. Here I just took the amount as 15,000. There it happens in the crores and lakhs and abaj for each company.
Yes,
So
but
you could,
how this stock market, like we have to invest and all. So, and where we should go? There are many vendors also in the market. In the sense, the mediators who help in the stock market. So, what should be the right way to start?
yeah, that I'll explain. So let us first understand a few terminology used in the stock market, right? The language of stock market. The first thing is the exchange. Okay, now whatever happens here, everything is monitored. All transactions are monitored. So there are in India there are two exchange. One is sorry, one is NSE, that is National Stock Exchange, and the earlier another is BAC, that is Bombay Stock Exchange. So Bombay Stock Exchange is very old, and some people started at the Dalal Street, and now it has been all computerized and systematic. Then there is a broker. Okay, I cannot mediator, which is termed as a broker. And what does a broker do? He deposits the high amount of money at the exchange, and through him we are able to do the transaction. Like you must have heard the angel broking or share khan or trade bull. Likewise, there are so many brokers, and there are many banks also, like HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank. They are also involved in this stock market work. Then when I want to start doing this, I need to open the 3 account with any broker. One is demat account, which is dematerialized. So whatever shares you have purchased, that soft copy of their share is managed in the demat account. Then trading account, in which you'll be actually buying and selling the shares or the other product of the exchange. Then for each transaction, you will be paying the fees to that broker, that is termed as a brokerage. Now this brokerage varies depend on broking company to company, but exchange has a strict rules about it. So the variation is not very high. Then trading software will be able to buy or sell the shares using the software. So Sher Khan is a trade tiger. Some people have a Odin. And if you are not used to do the computer, then we have the mobile app also for the same thing. Each broker has a mobile app as well as the trading software to buy and sell the shares, in which everything is, you'll be able to, through their report, you'll be able to see everything it is very transparent, that how much profit you have made, what is the loss you have made, yearly kya calculation, and global report. So many reports are also given by the trading software. Now in the exchange is offering you few products that is called as equity. Equity is what I'm talking, stock or the shares. Then there is one product called future options, and you also have a government bonds. And when the company is newly listed, they come into market with the terms called IPOs. So you can subscribe for the IPOs, and if you are getting that IPO, then you'll get particular amount of number of shares of that company in your demat account. Then when you want to learn stock market, you need to do the analysis. So that analysis broad categories, fundamental and technical. Then there are two kind of persons in the stock market. One is called as investor, who will invest the money for the long time. Now this long time can be 6 months, it can be year, or it can be a decade. And they have to study the fundamental of the company. Fine. Fundamental of the company, you need to study the balance sheet of the company, that what is the company's management, what kind of business they are doing. All this study will come in the fundamental study. And the another term is trader. Trader is one who buys and sells for the short time. Okay, it can be intraday trading, it can be a short-term trading, it can be a long-term trading. Okay. Fine. Now, as ma'am has asked that how do we start? So we have to decide about which broker you want to work with, and then we can now though there is online also everything happens. You have to submit your Aadhaar card, PAN card, and if you are going to do trading in the future in options, then you have to give the 6 month your passbook of last 6 months. That's all, and they will send you the form which you have to fill up all normal KYC details, and your that account will be linked with one of your bank account. Fine. And that then you'll be able to and then they also provide you the details about how to use their software, how to use their mobile app, and then they also suggest you some they will also recommend you that these shares you should buy likewise. Okay. They will provide you RM, relationship manager, and there is one person called dealer. Suppose you are not used to do the you are not very used to use the computer or this thing, you can call them and you can do the buying and selling of the share. So that is called as a dealer, who will take your phone and take the shares or sell the shares according to your instruction. And there is one RM who will keep on guiding you about what is to be done in the stock market. But as I told you that if you want to do anything, you should have your own knowledge. Then only it is recommended to do. दूसरे के कंधे पे बंदूक लगा के नहीं चलाते. That is what it is told, right? तो स्टॉक मार्केट इज द मार्केट, उसमें सबसे नेगेटिव पॉइंट है कि अफवाह का बहुत असर होता है. मतलब ऐसा बोलते हैं कि उधर कुत्ता भूकेगा, इधर मार्केट गिर जाएगा. So in such scenario, if you have less knowledge, or if you don't have knowledge, then the probability of getting profit is very low, because some person will say like that, कोई ये बोलेगा, कोई वो बोलेगा, and you will not reach anywhere. So if you have decided to invest in a stock market, you should have a basic knowledge of what is stock market. And it is my baby, so I have to nurture it. I cannot think कि चलो मैं इसको दे देता हूँ 10,000 रुपया and वो देखेगा. Never. Because internally what happens in the broking firm, that they are supposed to generate few lakhs of brokerage per month or something like that. So because of their own pressure, if the client is not having proper knowledge, there is a possibility that they'll misuse that fund. Okay, that is why it is very necessary for you to understand the stock market and learn it. Have a confidence. For 15 days or for 1 month, you just do it on a paper, and then only you start investing on it. Not because you might get a call that मैं इधर से बोला, I'll give you tips, और broker का कहीं से आएगा फोन कि मेरे वहाँ अकाउंट खोल दो, 2 लाख रुपया डाल दो सर, आपका 4 महीने में 6 महीने में 4 लाख हो जाएगा, 10 लाख हो जाएगा. So all that doesn't happen in reality. It is, I want you to warn, whether you do the course or not, that's a fine thing, but I want you to warn that don't jump into stock market without proper knowledge or without proper guidance. Fine. Now, what are the advantage of investing in stock market? One is money grows overnight, because you are not working for your money, other people are working. In that case, Reena was working hard for her tiffin business. Rest of the friend have just given the money once and they forgot about it. So similarly in stock market, when you are investing your money with the nice scripts, with the companies which are doing good progress, they are working for it, so your money grows overnight. Then returns are very high compared to any other financial product. If you invest your money in the fixed deposit, then if it is a senior citizen, then I think you get maximum 8%. For the normal person, it is 6.5% to 7%. Whereas in the stock market, monthly 3% return is also possible, right? Then time flexibility, like it is up to you. The market works from 9:15 to 3:30 if we are talking about the stock market. If we are talking about the cryptocurrency, which is also trading, then it works for the 24 hours, 7 days. So it is up to you that what time you want to trade, and when total time flexibility. Then there is no age limit. People can trade it even 90 years old, and even the younger age. Only thing at the for the account to open, you need to have 18-year age old. But as an investor, you can start investing at the any age. Like we must be knowing that Warren Buffett, he started investing at the very young age. And the younger the age, it is because of the compounding, you will get a good business. Okay, then you are your own boss, because once you have taken the training and you have good experience, then you don't need matlab, there is nobody who will tell you कि ऐसा ही करना है वैसा ही करना है. If you feel like, if you think like that, okay, मेरे को ये buy करना है, ये strip you buy करो, ये sell करना है, ये sell करो, कोई आपका boss नहीं है उसमें. Then if you see any study, market का study करोगे तो historically आप देखोगे तो it is लॉन्ग टर्म पे अगर इन्वेस्ट करते हो तो इट बिकम्स अ वेरी गुड इन्वेस्टमेंट. लाइक माय फादर हैड इन्वेस्टेड in a huge companies. So Hindustan Lever that time was 800 rupees. Today it is 2,500 rupees. When I started into stock market, Bajaj Finance was around 2,000 rupees. Now it is 7,000 rupees. I am talking about the share value of each share, मतलब एक share का value. So if I had bought only 10 shares of 2,000 rupees 7 years back, तो कितना इन्वेस्टमेंट होता था? 20,000, right? And today it has become, one share has become 7,000. So my investment will become 70,000. So 20,000 का सीधा 70,000 होगा, but for the long term. Okay, right? Then it will protect your inflation. मतलब as we know that day by day महंगाई बढ़ती जाती है. So जब भी आप स्टॉक मार्केट में इन्वेस्ट करते हो तो उसका रिटर्न्स हाई होने से आपके ऊपर उसका इम्प्लीमेंटेशन नहीं होगा, impact नहीं होगा. Then another income from one is that your share value will increase, and as we discussed about the Reena case, that she started sharing her profit. Similar way, when the company is earning good, the profit sharing will come as a dividend. Then you also, once you buy a share of any company, you become a part of the owner. Okay, you are one of the owner in that company, so you have a voting privilege. Matlab you are able to select the management team giving the voting. So you'll get a message from the exchange that today is, these 3 days are available for you to vote in whatever company you have invested. Then it's a liquidity is very high. Matlab today if I need money, I sell the shares, then within t plus 2 days I'll get that amount in my account. So liquidity is why there is no lock-in period. If you are investing in mutual fund or in any other policy, then there is a lock-in period. So if that lock-in period is not over, and if you take out the money, you will be charged. मतलब penalty लग जाता है. But in stock market, it's not like that. Then there is a flexibility. Like you get a share of rupees 1 rupee till 10,000 rupee, 80,000 rupee. MRF share is around 80,000 rupees. So there's a flexibility. Whatever amount you decide, you can start with the small amount also. Then it allows you to take the advantage of growing economy. Matlab you may not be able to start each company. You have your own business, but you know that okay, now the electronic battery operated vehicles are going to come. So you invest in the company which is making the battery. So after 5 years that will happen. Then pharmaceutical sugar is going to go ahead. So in that sugar company you invest. So you are able to take the advantage of such economy. Okay, and everything is monitored and everything is protected by SEBI, right? I have won a case against Bonanza Portfolio Limited. They had squared off my position, so I took the help of SEBI and NSE, and I went in High Court and I won the case. So everything is monitored by them, and the rules and regulations are followed so strictly that there is no way of fraud happening here. Okay. Then as I told you that if you know how to operate the software, you can buy and sell yourself, or you can always call the dealer of that broker and make the buying and selling. So the process is very easy. Then we already discussed that the returns are very high and the operation is very smooth. I mean, operating of the mobile app is very easy. Anybody can learn it. So it is very smooth. And as I told you that capital will keep on growing because of the compounding. Right now, everybody, if you are a newcomer to stock market, तो मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम यू लिसन, ऐसा कमेंट सुनने मिलेगा, नहीं नहीं वो तो सट्टा बाजार है, वो तो जुगार है, वो तो जुआ का खेल है, वो नहीं करना चाहिए. दिस इज व्हाट द जनरल पीपल keeps on commenting about the stock market, and most of the people are feared about the stock market because उन्होंने always नेगेटिव स्टोरी सुना होता है कि उसने तो स्टॉक मार्केट के उसमें करके सुसाइड कर दिया, उसको घर बेचना पड़ा. बट देयर आर पॉजिटिव स्टोरीज आल्सो, एंड इट इज फैक्ट दैट 100 में से ओनली 5% are able to make consistent profit and they are able to become a good trader. इन्वेस्टर तो एवरीबडी इज, इन्वेस्टिंग के लिए कोई इतना नहीं है. इन्वेस्ट आप अच्छी कंपनी में करोगे तो आपको पैसा मिलेगा ही, बट इफ यू आर गोइंग टू बिकम अ trader, then out of 100 only 3 or 5% can become a good trader. Okay, so for that, obviously, as I told you, that you have to gain in-depth knowledge for that. You have to educate yourself, and you have to have your investing goals, that okay, every month I'm going to invest this much. And when you are doing trading, there's a concept called stop loss. So if I'm making so much of loss, then I should come out of that script. Then look at the big picture. Like as I told you, that stock market has a lot of impact of humors. So because of this Ukraine fight recently, the market had gone very down. So fear mein okay, if you book your losses and come out, that is not required. If you have a patience, if you keep patience, and if that news is just a temporary news, then again market will come up, right? So you have to look at the big picture and not to worry about the small. If you are going as an investor, then not to worry about the small such incidents. And then you can always start with the small amount. You can decide that okay, I'm getting 50,000 as my income, so every month 10% of it, 5,000, I'll be using for the stock market as an investor. And you have to have a particular strategy. You cannot do randomly. You have to have a particular knowledge, particular strategy, that this way I'm going to climb this. And there are simple ways to approach. If you go through many YouTube links, if many times ati knowledge or over knowledge also is harmful. So one, it is not important how many strategies you know. It is important that what strategy you practice for how long. Are you getting it? मेरे को हजारों चीज मालूम होने से इतना फायदा नहीं होगा स्टॉक मार्केट में, लेकिन एक ही चीज में कंसिस्टेंटली कितना अप्लाई करती हो, उसी में कितना मास्टरी करके कमाती हूँ, that is very important. Because there are many ways. There is a fundamental analysis, there is a technical analysis. In technical analysis, some people will study the chart. In chart there are n number of indicators. I follow the Gnan theories, I follow the all-time high theory. So it's an ocean of knowledge. So if you try to gain everything, nothing will happen. Like Jack of all, master of none. But the ideal is that you learn only 2-3 strategies and become master in that strategy. Okay. Then you have to start. And yes.
Sorry to interrupt. As you said that now, for example, if we are earning some amount and monthly we can decide that okay, this much amount we should invest. So
Right.
I have a question like now, for example, if I started investing in the first month, I have a money, I did that, right? Second month also it is there. Third month, for example, I'm not having some amount to invest. So is there any break will happen, or my previous investments will keep on increasing?
No, this is not your mutual fund where you have to give the every month some fund. This is your own decision. That okay, every month 5,000 I'm going to, I decide to take a Bajaj Finance for example. तो इस मंथ मैंने एक शेयर ले लिया उसका, फिर दूसरे मंथ मैंने एक और शेयर ले लिया, और तीसरे मंथ मेरे पास पैसा नहीं है तो मैं नहीं लूंगी शेयर, लेकिन जो मैंने 2 लेके रखा है उसका तो वैल्यू अगर अच्छा स्किप है तो बढ़ना ही वाला है.
तो मतलब ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है किसी को भी कि आपको हर महीना ही करना है, लेकिन अगर आप करते हो तो आपको फायदा है.
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है, क्योंकि ये म्यूचुअल फंड का SIP नहीं है ना. दिस इज माय ओन डिसीजन. जो म्यूचुअल फंड वाले करते हैं वो मैं खुद से कर रही हूँ. म्यूचुअल फंड वाले भी वही करते हैं ना, दे फाइंड आउट नाइस कंपनी फंडामेंटल वगैरह स्टडी करके, एंड दे इन्वेस्ट योर मनी इनटू दैट कंपनी.
बट वहां पर हमको हर महीने सिस्टमैटिक प्लान है, तो हमें हर महीने एक पर्टिकुलर अमाउंट इन्वेस्ट करना जरूरी है.
हाँ, क्योंकि वो लोग को बड़ा सैलरी रहता है ना ये सब करने के लिए, तो वो सब उनका एक्सपेंस निकालने के लिए दे हैव मेड द रूल.
और स्टॉक मार्केट में क्योंकि मैं खुद इन्वेस्टमेंट कर रही हूँ, तो आई हैव अ चॉइस कि
Yeah,
मैं अपने फंड्स के हिसाब से डिसाइड करूँ कि मुझे कब
right,
करना है।
right. हाँ
इसी महीने में मैं 2 बार भी कर सकती हूँ, 3
हाँ,
बार भी
2
कर
बार
सकती
भी,
हूँ।
हाँ। और जब भी आपको लगे कि मुझे फंड की जरूरत है और मेरा ये चीज प्रॉफिट में है, तो मैं उसको सेल करके वो फंड वापस भी ले सकती हूँ।
ओके,
दैट इज व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड लिक्विडिटी इज वेरी हाई। अभी मैं एफडी में भी टाइम पीरियड रहता है, 1 साल के पहले मैं एफडी तोड़ने जाऊंगी, देन दे विल हैव अ पेनल्टी।
राइट।
बराबर है।
जितना टाइम हमने दिया है उतना टाइम में हमें करना है।
बट यहाँ पे ऐसा नहीं है, यहाँ पे तो मॉर्निंग में लेके शाम को भी, मतलब विद इन द डे ऑल्सो यू कैन सेल। if you are going to become a trader, then within a day also you can say some there is one concept called jobbing, मतलब उसमें NSC में लेके BSc में बेचते हैं, BSc में लेके NSC में बेचते हैं, that is a business. It happens in a huge scale. But what I am talking about a normal housewife or this thing, हम लोग जैसे किटी पार्टी में फंड डालते हैं या वो क्या बोलते हैं BC में डालते हैं, तो उसमें आपको फंड ग्रो होके नहीं मिलता है।
It's your fund only you are getting.
हाँ, यू गेट ओनली थिंग इज कि एक साथ फंड मिल जाता है। इन केस ऑफ स्टॉक मार्केट, वही फंड आप अगर स्टॉक मार्केट में डालते हो और अच्छी स्क्रिप्ट है तो ग्रो होके आपको मिलेगी। प्लस आपको वेट नहीं करना पड़ेगा कि मेरा नंबर आएगा तभी फंड मिलेगा, बट ओनली थिंग इज दैट यू गेट ओनली योर फंड बैक।
मल्टीप्लाई होकर कुछ इसका परसेंटेज, मतलब ऐसा कुछ, आई अंडरस्टैंड की मार्केट है एंड इट कैन बी अप डाउन, but do we have some
Yeah, like
percentage?
if it is you are not doing it high trading or this thing, तो 15% इन्वेस्टमेंट पे मिल जाता है yearly. But there are people who take out 35%, 40% also yearly.
That high?
But if you don't have any knowledge, मतलब जो थोड़ा 5-6 स्क्रिप्ट में रख लिया ना, तो 1 साल में 15% रिटर्न इजीली आपको मिल सकता है।
Minimum
ऊपर
you
से
are
उसमें
saying कि 5,000 तक, कि minimum can be 500 also?
yes yes there are, अभी यस बैंक का शेयर तो 10 रुपए में मिल रहा है, वोडाफोन इज ऑल्सो 10 रुपीज।
ग्रोथ भी उतना होना चाहिए तभी फायदा
हाँ,
मिलेगा।
बट वी ऐसा पेनी स्टॉक्स बहुत रहता है, बट वी कैन नॉट बाय द पेनी ऑल पेनी स्टॉक्स। आई नेवर रिकमेंडेड पेनी स्टॉक। जितना वैल्यू हायर होता है ना, वो बढ़ता भी उतना जल्दी है। Like to become 10 rupees share to become 15 rupees, it will take 2 years. But if I am taking share worth of 5,000 rupees, within 2-3 months it will become 5,500. So if you suppose if you are going to invest only 5,000 rupees, then I'll recommend you to take the shares of value around 500 rupees. Don't go for the 10-15 rupees, because higher the value, uska value बढ़ने के लिए it is time frame is less. Smaller the value, it all depends कौन सा कंपनी है, क्या काम कर रही है, मैनेजमेंट क्या है, all that thing. There are so many factors involved, but ऐसा नहीं है कि सस्ते में है तो वो अच्छा है।
Normally we study the graph, or we have some other materials also, या online we can study कि how the company is
No,
performing.
I don't go for the graph, because in graph there are many indicators, so I get very confused myself. I used there's a Gnan levels through which according to the angles there is some calculation, pre-calculation is done. So from there I can use I can find my stop loss and the target. See, whenever you are going into stock market, there are 3 values you should know: what is your entry point, what is your exit point, and what is your stop loss. Like I am taking 10 rupees 500 rupees worth of share, then my target is 550 rupees for example. Then 550 हो जाएगा तो I'll sell it and book the 50 rupees profit. Okay, similarly I have to also have a stop loss, like उसका 500 का 480 हो गया, that was my stop loss with the calculation, then I should come out of that script. Majority people including me make a mistake that we book the profit very fast. 550 का 510 हो गया तो हम लोग निकल जाते हैं, बट 500 का अगर 470 भी होगा या 400 भी होगा तो भी कल बढ़ेगा करके we don't come out. तो
Want
loss
to get
is,
into loss, so that's why
हाँ,
we
so
make.
loss is bigger than your profit. And stock market में वही success होता है who is able to manage the risk reward ratio. If I am investing 10,000 rupees, then my risk should be 1,000 rupees for example, then my reward should be 5,000 rupees, or it is 2,000 rupees. Risk should be always smaller than the reward. देन ओनली ईयरली आप कैलकुलेशन करोगे तो आप प्रॉफिट में रहोगे. अगर मैं ट्रेडिंग करती हूँ और मैं 5,000 रुपया लगाया है फॉर एग्जाम्पल, और मैंने 6,000 रुपये में मैं निकल गई प्रॉफिट करके, दूसरी बार मैंने 3,000 हो गया तब तक लॉस नहीं बुक किया, तो मेरा लॉस हो गया 2,000 और मेरा प्रॉफिट हो गया 1,000, तो एट द एंड ऑफ द मंथ और एट द एंड ऑफ द थिंग आई एम इन द लॉस. So if this is not calculated properly and if it is not followed with the discipline, then person is going to be unsuccess. And फिर वो person जाके बोलेगा ये तो सट्टा बजा रहे, ये तो blah 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 blah. So यहाँ पे risk reward maintenance and discipline is वो दो क्वालिटी होना ही चाहिए. बिकॉज जितने भी लोग फेल होते हैं इसमें वो रिस्क रिवॉर्ड नहीं मेंटेन कर पाते. एंड सेकंड थिंग, ओवर ट्रेडिंग हो जाता है. लाइक इन माय ओन केस आल्सो, मॉर्निंग में मैं ट्रेड करती हूँ तो आई एम ऑलवेज इन द प्रॉफिट ऑफ 2000. So that time ideal situation is that I should close down the computer or the mobile app and do some other work, at least go for a movie or whatever it is. But there is so much of habit of keep on trading. तो कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि 3.5 को 5,000 लॉस होता है, मतलब 2,000 जो कमाया वो भी गया, ऊपर से 5,000 और गया. And it is not only me, it is the psychology same with every human being. So initially, because my case was different, so शुरुआत में से if we keep this discipline ना, कि एक मेरा आज का टारगेट है if you are a trader कि इतना होगा तो बंद करना है, तो बंद करना ही करना है.
तो मैम एक मतलब जनरल लेमन लैंग्वेज में मैं मतलब समझना चाह रही हूँ कि इन्वेस्टमेंट का मतलब है जो शेयर मैंने बाय किया और वो जो इंक्रीज हुआ उस पे मैंने अपना प्रॉफिट बुक कर दिया, या अगर लॉस में है और मुझे लगा कि अब इससे नीचे नहीं जाना चाहिए तो आई एग्जिटेड, राइट? दैट इज अ इन्वेस्टमेंट. And trading is when I am buying and selling the share. Am I right?
Right.
Is my understanding is correct?
मतलब investment is that you take the shares and you forget about it. मतलब you keep on looking it, रोज उसका वैल्यू, कुछ न्यूज नहीं आया है, कुछ मतलब मैनेजमेंट चेंज नहीं हुआ है. Like for example, Yes Bank, when I took it, it was 450 rupees. And then Mr. Rana was resigned for some reason, and that same Yes Bank has become 10 rupees. मैं 350 हुआ तभी लॉस बुक करके निकल गई थी. बट वो ध्यान रखना पड़ता है बिकॉज इट्स योर बेबी, सो यू हैव टू नर्चर इट. बट वो रोज लेना, रोज खरीदना, छोटा सा कुछ आया और उसमें से निकल जाओ, दैट इज नॉट इन्वेस्टर.
Investor I have lost my money in cryptocurrency same way because I was giving a lot of time इसमें invest करो उसमें invest करो, and at the end of the day it is complete loss for me.
Right. And then once you book the loss consistently na, then confidence becomes zero. मतलब two scenarios are possible. Like in Gujarati there is a saying that हारियो जुगारी बमणु रमे. मतलब if you have made the loss, to cover that loss you will keep on doing till the time that you lose everything. And another way is that they will start blaming कि ये सट्टा बजा रहे, नहीं है वो नहीं है, like that. But nobody will realize that it is my mistake that I have not done the proper study or I have not kept the discipline or this thing, right?
Trading
So investment will be in terms of years.
ट्रेडिंग में जो सॉफ्टवेयर यूज होता है दैट इज कंप्लीटली डिफरेंट, राइट? मतलब एप्लीकेशन या जो भी हम यूज करते हैं ट्रेडिंग के लिए, दैट इज अ वेरी डिफरेंट एप्लीकेशन फ्रॉम द इन्वेस्टमेंट वन.
No, सॉफ्टवेयर इज सेम. बट द
सॉफ्टवेयर तो मैं सिर्फ इन्वेस्टमेंट ही कर सकती हूँ, और अगर मुझे ट्रेडिंग करना है तो देयर इज अ स्टेप अहेड जो मुझे बाद में,
राइट, इट इज अ कमांड इज सेम. द सॉफ्टवेयर विल वेरी फ्रॉम ब्रोकर टू ब्रोकर. सब में कमांड वही रहता है, बाय करने का, सेल करने का, नेट पोजीशन चेक करने का, प्रॉफिट लॉस चेक करने का, ग्लोबल रिपोर्ट रहता है, कैपिटल गेन वगैरह. लेकिन उसका थोड़ा वे ऑफ ऑपरेशन और द वे ऑफ अपीयरेंस विल बी डिफरेंट. Like Sher Khan is using Trade Tiger software. Trade Bull and other company are using Odin. Odin is the most common software used by the trader. Motilal is using some other software. But the उसका काम वही रहता है कि आपको डिमेट अकाउंट में से मतलब, एंड डिमेट अकाउंट में शेयर्स बाय करने के बाद 2 दिन के बाद आपके अकाउंट में आते हैं. एंड ट्रेडर मीन्स व्हाट? Trader is just looking कि आज का दिन, मतलब there are 3 kind of traders. One is intraday, which will 9:15 से 3:30 के बीच में वो लेना, खरीदना, बेचना सब खत्म हो जाएगा. Then another is short term trader. They will keep the script for 1 week, 15 days. Another is mid term. They will keep the script for 6 months or like that. And long term maybe 1 year maximum. That is called as a trading. Trading and intraday trading में if you are selecting product as a intraday, then before at 3:15 automatically your square up हो जाएगा, right? And investment means you are keeping it for years together. If the company is progressing, then there your money is with them for many years, and in the return you will get the bonus shares. Sometimes you will get the split हो जाता है shares, dividend आता है. So एक share आपने लिया होगा, लेकिन after 10 years you might have 50 shares of the same company because of all these facilities given by the company. And it is said कि it is मतलब आज तक मार्केट में सब लोग ऐसा ही मिलते हैं जो बोलेंगे कि इन्वेस्टर ही कमाता है. लोग ऐसा भी बोलते हैं कि ट्रेडिंग इज क्या आपके घर में गेस्ट आए हैं, इन्वेस्टर इज योर ओन बच्चा. So obviously your own child will be, you'll be taking good care of it, and guest will come for 2-3 days like that. So it's all up to you if you are going to give the devote the time. Even trading is a very good profession, and investor in trading करना है तो you have to give at least मतलब अच्छा सा time देना पड़ता है. Investor है तो you can do your own work, and जो extra money आता है that you keep on investing, which most of the Gujarati people do, most of the businessmen do it. But it's very interesting science, and I really enjoy.
जो भी करना है तो शेयर डील होना चाहिए.
हाँ शेयर डील होना चाहिए. मैं तो मतलब फ्राइडे इवनिंग से फिर मंडे मॉर्निंग का वेट करती हूँ कि अभी कभी मार्केट खुलेगा, कभी मार्केट. अभी तक आई एम नॉट डूइंग मच इन द क्रिप्टो करेंसी, आई एम स्टिकिंग हियर टू स्टॉक मार्केट ओनली. एंड इसमें ट्रेडिंग में वेरी न्यू कंसेप्ट, वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग कंसेप्ट इज यू कैन सेल फर्स्ट एंड देन बाय लेटर. So वो बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग चीज है. when you do the course or when you go into depth you'll understand. तो उसकी वजह से stock this trading becomes very interesting. Generally हम लोग कुछ भी चीज करना है तो we always buy ना, and then only we can sell. But in the trading it is reverse way also it is possible. You can sell first and then buy. Right? We have time. So as I told you that if you want to come out of the fear, then you need to have the knowledge. You should not become discouraged, and you should not be afraid of the news. Then we also have to observe the live stock market during the market hours. And if you are going to become a trader, then at least do paper trading, at least for a month. Paper trading matlab you just write down in a diary or in an Excel, where you are just mentioned that you are going to buy and sell and what is the profit or what is the loss. Okay. So once you do the paper trading for 1 month, you will get the confidence, or you will get the idea that whatever trading, see, this market is a game of probability. It's nothing is 100% here. No one suppose कितना भी expert हो 10 ट्रेड मारता है तो उसको 10 ट्रेड में प्रॉफिट मिलेगा, ऐसा नहीं है. Even Warren Buffett खुद भी बैठेंगे तो भी नहीं पॉसिबल है. So it is because it is a market of probability. So how higher you are reaching that probability, it depends on your So as I explained you that we have to do paper trading for a month, then remain away from the tips provided. Like they will call from the Bangalore that every Thursday you आपका 50,000 का 80,000 हो जाएगा. And what trick they play ना, that the first 2 times आपको profit होता है. So you get the confidence, and then third time इतना loss होता है कि जो profit हुआ है वो भी चला जाता है, and then another loss. मतलब I myself have gone through that, and मेरे को फिर गोल्ड पे लोन लेके वो सर्वाइव करना पड़ा. So never ever attend their phone calls. कितना भी lucrative वो लोग, they will give you the क्या बोलते हैं लालच, but never go for that. Okay, they never take naked position overnight. मतलब when you go for a trading, there is a future and option product. For that, regarding that I'm saying this, so this will be able to understand when we do the depth. as I told you that there are three values you need to study. One is buying value, one is the target, and when the stop loss. And it is recommended that whatever you want to do, you should do offline, matlab when the market is not on. During the market hours, if you take any decision, then it is going to be with lot of tension, and that decision may go wrong. So earlier night only you should be prepared that next day name of the company, your buying value, and your target and stop loss should be ready. Then you can develop confidence only through the knowledge. किसी ने बोला इसके लिए मैंने कर दिया तो डूब जाओगे, right? मतलब there is a saying ना that खुद आप मुआ बिना स्वर्ग नहीं जा सकते. Same way in stock market, if you have your own knowledge, then only you can become a good investor or good trader. Then as I told you that never take decisions during the live market. And if you are working as a trader, then it's a business, and business can have a loss and profit both. So ऐसा नहीं होगा कि मेरे को हमेशा ही profit होगा, loss नहीं होगा. It's a part of the game. So only now wise businessman or the intelligent businessman will do what calculation कि उसका profit is always higher than the loss. But if you go with the intention कि मेरे को loss होना ही नहीं चाहिए, then it's a wrong way. Then you cannot enter into this market, right? और वो क्या बोलते हैं, स्क्रीन देख के बीपी ऊपर नीचे नहीं होना चाहिए. मतलब स्क्रीन पे sometime you'll see the loss of 5,000 rupees, at the end you'll see the profit of 10,000 rupees. So profit से भी इतना खुशी नहीं होना चाहिए, loss से भी when you are I'm talking about the trader, loss से इतना दुख भी नहीं होना चाहिए. You should be detached from what is happening on the screen. Because I have read the Warren Buffett book on this also, because there is a lot of hormonal changes happening because of the loss and profit if you don't keep this in your mind, and that will impact your health also. Initially when I started, मेरा ये muscles stuff tough हो जाता था, stiff हो जाता था. Then when I read the book, there is some hormones get released because of this continuous movement of watch of क्या बोलते profit and loss. So you have to be detached from that. Okay. Now, what are the disadvantage of investing in stock market? First one is greed. Like if you have if one becomes lot of greedy during the trading or even during the investment, then instead of making profit, your investment can become zero. Then here the humor impact is very high. As I told in the beginning that kutta bhokega or market niche girega. So this is what people say about it, and it's a fact. So we have to be very clear कि fundamental of that company is not getting hammered by any kind of news, like management में change हो गया या उनका business में continuous failure है या कुछ ऐसा है, then we have to think about कि उसमें से investment निकाल लो. बाकी small thing external environment से if I keep on doing like that, आज मैंने invest किया है 4 साल के लिए और कुछ छोटा सा news आया मैं उसको निकाल दिया, दूसरे में invest किया, तो उसमें broker कमाएगा, आपका पैसा से ब्रोकर कमाएगा अच्छे से. बिकॉज वेदर यू मेक अ लॉस और यू मेक अ प्रॉफिट, ही इज गोइंग टू गेट अ ब्रोकरेज. एंड ब्रोकर इनिशियली में अगर आपके पास नॉलेज नहीं होता है तो ब्रोकरेज लाने के लिए आपको गलत गाइडेंस भी देता है, एंड विच हैपेंस. मतलब मैंने बहुत सारे ऐसे केसेस देखे हैं. So here humor impact is very high. So you should be very confident wherever you have invested that no, this company is not getting affected with this kind of news. So let my investment be there. Like कभी 100 rupees का शेयर का वैल्यू क्या बोलते हैं 80-90 rupees हो सकता है. हमेशा ऐसा नहीं कि आज आपने इन्वेस्ट किया 6 महीने के बाद वो 110 ही होएगा. But you have to see that वो 60 rupees तक नहीं चला जाए, whatever value you have decided according to your study. Okay. Then indiscipline, as I told you, over trading. मतलब 2000 प्रॉफिट हो गया फिर भी आप उसमें करते बैठो, या तो 2000 लॉस हो गया तो लॉस कवर करने के लिए आप करते बैठो. that should be completely stopped. You have to have one amount decided that this much profit I'm going to stop and this much loss I'm going to stop. Fine. Then again same impact of negative news is very high. Then change in management of company influences a lot. As I told you the example of Yash Bank, Mr. Ranawat left and that Yash Bank has become no bank. So likewise you have to, if you are investing in a company, you have to keep the track of the management, because if the management is good, then only the company will make a progress, and then only your share value is going to increase. right? Now sometimes what happens that it becomes an addiction. No, many of the time, instead of passion, if the trading becomes addiction, then chances of loss is very high. Addiction, as I told you, once 5,000 profit hoga, then wise person will close the terminal and come out. And becoming addicted of stock market is very easy, because सामने दिखता है ना पैसा ऊपर हो रहा है नीचे हो रहा है, तो लॉस हो गया तो अपने को लगता है नहीं नहीं और 4 ट्रेड कर दूंगी तो प्रॉफिट हो जाएगा, प्रॉफिट आया तो लगता है अरे यार 2,000 ही हुआ, चलो ना मेरे को सोने का गहना लेना है और 5,000 कमा लेती हूँ, तो वो
इसका
सब
एडिक्शन
थॉट
से भी
पैटर्न
बाहर निकल दोगे आप?
हाँ
इसका एडिक्शन से भी बाहर निकल दोगे लोगों को?
हाँ बाहर निकाल दे, उसके भी वेज है, मतलब पासवर्ड हस्बैंड के साथ शेयर कर दो या तो कलीग से शेयर कर दो और उसको बोल दो कि भाई आज मेरा इतना प्रॉफिट या लॉस हो गया, वो पासवर्ड चेंज कर डालो। बाकी अपने आप से तो एडिक्शन नहीं, इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट, you have to take a help of someone कि भाई चलो इसका पासवर्ड चेंज किया, then once the password is changed you are not able to make the trade, so that is the easiest and the practical way of coming out of this addiction. फिर तो बहुत सारा यू उसको सॉफ्टवेयर को कंप्यूटर से निकाल दो, ट्रेडिंग ऐप से निकाल दो, बट वो सब कहने के लिए होता है, बाकी नहीं होता है। एंड सेल्फ डिसिप्लिन इज द ओनली सॉल्यूशन, बाकी राइट। बट ये एडिक्शन के कारण मतलब सो मच ऑफ लॉसेस आर हैपनिंग इन फैमिली, और दूसरा क्या होता है ना, टर्मिनल पे लॉस दिखता है, घर में महाभारत शुरू हो जाता है, मतलब फैमिली मेंबर का इसमें कोई फॉल्ट नहीं है लेकिन उसके पे गुस्सा निकल जाता है, सो दिस ऑल हैपेंस, प्रैक्टिकल प्रॉब्लम्स हो सकते हैं। देन ओवर ट्रेडिंग, एज आई keep on telling, right? So we have understood that what is this, why to invest in stock market, then who is eligible to learn stock market, then what are the advantage of it and what are the disadvantage of it, right? Now, as I told you from the beginning that you have to have your own knowledge whether you become investor or you become a trader. So to get the knowledge, to give this knowledge, we have designed some trading some courses, and I have designed 2 courses. One course is equity, that is for the investors, pure investors, in which we will find out the company where to invest. There are 2 concepts I'm using. One is all-time high. All-time high means suppose a company started 20 years back, and that time that company share value was 20 rupees, and now it has become 200 rupees. Like on Friday market, it's become 200, which is the highest from the highest value from the company started. Now in stock market, to reach the all-time high value, company has done lot of good thing. शेयर का वैल्यू बढ़ने के लिए बहुत मेहनत लगती है, कम होने के लिए कुछ नहीं लगता है, कुत्ता भूकेगा तो भी कम हो जाता है। मतलब कंपनी, व्हाट आई वांट टू से इज कि किसी की स्टॉक, कोई भी कंपनी का स्क्रिप्ट वैल्यू नीचे जाने के लिए इट्स मैटर ऑफ ह्यूमस हो सकता है या सच में कुछ हुआ होगा, बट जब कंपनी ऊपर जाती है तो उसके मैनेजमेंट में रियली कुछ अच्छा काम किया है, हार्ड वर्क किया है, स्मार्ट वर्क किया है, तभी उसकी वैल्यू बढ़ती है। और ऐसी कंपनी में अगर आप इन्वेस्ट करते हो, मतलब जो रेस का घोड़ा भाग रहा है उसी में आप इन्वेस्ट करते हो, तो आपका प्रॉफिट मिलने का चांसेस बढ़ जाता है। सो देयर आर one concept I am using is all time high, in which I teach you that matlab there is a Google sheet I have we have made, through which we can find out that which company has achieved this all time high, and all time high होने के बाद भी उसका और कुछ परसेंटेज ऐड करते, उस वैल्यू के बाद हम लोग उस कंपनी में इन्वेस्ट करेंगे तो प्रोग्रेस विल बी वेरी फास्ट। ठीक है, अभी एज आई टोल्ड यू कि दिस इज अ बिजनेस, राइट? स्टॉक मार्केट इज अ बिजनेस, सो आई वुड लाइक टू इन्वेस्ट इन द बिजनेस वेयर द प्रॉफिट रेशियो इज गोइंग टू बी हाई। अभी इफ यू टेक द एग्जांपल ऑफ हॉर्सेस, मतलब रेस खेल रही हूँ मैं, तो ऐसा बूढ़ा लाचार वैसे घोड़े पे मैं रेस नहीं लगाऊंगी ना, मैं जो मजबूत है, जो भाग रहा है उसी पे लगाऊंगी। तो सेम वे मैं ऐसी कंपनी में पैसा लगाऊंगी जो कंपनी अच्छा काम कर रही है। तो अच्छा काम कर रही है वो अपने को कैसे मालूम पड़ता है? एक तो उसका बैलेंस शीट से मालूम पड़ता है, फिर उसकी मैनेजमेंट क्या है वो, लेकिन इतना सारा स्टडी करने के बाद भी देयर आर सो मेनी पैरामीटर्स उसमें कि यू मे गेट कंफ्यूज। सो दिस ऑल टाइम हाई कंसेप्ट इज वेरी यूजफुल। जैसे ट्राइडेंट करके था, उसका ऑल टाइम पेनी मतलब छोटा अमाउंट का स्टॉक है, उसका ऑल टाइम हाई जब भी मैंने स्टडी किया था तभी कुछ 19 या 20 रुपीज था। मैंने 100 शेयर्स लिया था, इनमें टारगेट के मतलब टारगेट उसका बहुत ज्यादा आ रहा था कैलकुलेशन के हिसाब से, बट 30 rupees हुआ तो मैं निकल गई उसमें, and today within 4 months that share has become 78 rupees. So just see that all time, this is how the all time high concept works. मतलब business और हर कंपनी का ना, none of the company will go like this. कोई ऐसा straight line में नहीं जाता, it will be always like this, up and down, up and down, up and down. तो वी हैव टू, देयर इज अ कैलकुलेशन हियर कि कितना डाउन आ जाएगा, मतलब क्या होता है, थोड़ा अप जाएगा और अप जाएगा, अप जाएगा, फिर डाउन आके थोड़े साल तक वो स्टेगनेंट हो जाएगा एंड फिर वापस ऊपर जाएगा. सो व्हेन इट इज इन स्टेगनेंट पीरियड वी शुड कम आउट ऑफ दैट स्टॉक. आई डोंट वांट टू इन्वेस्ट माय मनी व्हिच ऑन द हॉर्स व्हिच इज नॉट रनिंग एट प्रेजेंट. ठीक है, तो वो सब कैलकुलेशन हम लोग इस कोर्स में बताते हैं कि ऑल टाइम हाई पहले तो कैसे फाइंड आउट करने का, और वो जब तक बिजनेस, वो घोड़ा दौड़ रहा है, जब तक उसका बिजनेस अच्छा चल रहा है, स्टेगनेंट पीरियड में नहीं गया, तब तक अपने को इन्वेस्टमेंट उसमें रखना है. सो दैट नॉलेज इज गिवन. And I have also learned the Gnan theory, in which that scientist says that everything revolves around 360 degree, even share market. So for each degree some calculation is given, in which we don't have to study the fundamental and technical anything. Only thing I can find out कि ये कंपनी का अभी ये रेट चल रहा है तो नेक्स्ट उसका टारगेट क्या हो सकता है. मतलब 22 डिग्री पे उसका फर्स्ट मैंने बाइंग लिया तो 90 डिग्री पे उसका टारगेट आएगा. सो दैट एक्सेल आई विल टीच यू, एंड इट इज वेरी इजी टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट एक्सेल एंड यूज इट. So that is using the Gnan theory. So these two things I am doing in the equity course, and the total duration is 20 hours, and I teach offline on Saturday, Sunday, and online, because online में सीखने के लिए, सिखाने के लिए क्या बोलते हैं, इट इज वेरी नेसेसरी टू लर्न ऑनलाइन. थियोरिटिकली बहुत कुछ मालूम है, बट स्विमिंग यू कैन, हाउ मच आई टेल यू थियोरिटिकली, बट द मोमेंट यू गो इनटू द स्विमिंग पूल तभी स्विमिंग सीख पाएंगे. तो मैं कितना भी थियोरेटिकली सिखाऊं, लेकिन मार्केट अवर्स में अगर आपको एग्जीक्यूशन नहीं कर पाते हो, देन दैट टीचिंग हैज नो वैल्यू. दैट इज व्हाई ऑल माय कोर्सेज आर ऑफलाइन एंड ऑनलाइन, मतलब दोनों इज, बोथ थिंग्स आर कंपल्सरी. Okay, so we'll have short term investing, mid term, and long term. And the second course is for the traders, okay, in which the product will be using as a future and options. And then we'll be learning intraday, short term, long term trading, and option buying, option writing, that is option selling, and trading of future and option using hedging concept. So as one of the slide I have written that you should not carry naked position. So hedging position मतलब if you are buying a future, then उसके साथ put खरीद के लेके जाओ, और if you are selling a future, then उसके साथ call खरीद के लेके जाओ. मतलब that all these terms are very technical for beginners, but this is what I'm going to explain in detail. So if you do hedging, your profit will reduce, but at least you will not make the loss. Like suppose some news is coming and suddenly market is fallen down, so there are product given by the exchange that is called options. In this call and put is there. So if you have bought along with that future, then your loss will reduce, or at least your, either your loss will reduce or your profit will reduce, but you will not पूरा zero नहीं हो जाओगे, because when you are working with future and options, it is in the quantity. When I'm talking about the share, it is I can buy only one share, but in future there is a lot size given by the exchange. So if lot size is 50 or 100 or 1000, whatever is the lot size, that much shares I am buying. So अगर 1 रुपया भी ऊपर नीचे हुआ तो उतना उथल पाथल उधर हो जाएगा. So that all the details with the hedging will learn in a trader course, and that's it. So again that will be 20 hours, but mandatory that you should learn the first course, so that basic things are clear with you. And as I told you that I have won the case against Bonanza, I appeared in person, मतलब कोई lawyer भी नहीं रखा था. So I have depth knowledge about the legal concept about the stock market also. Yes.
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 So I am sure you found this interesting.
Yes, it is very interesting, and a lot of things to learn.
Yeah, a lot of things to learn, and it is really interesting. The most interesting part is that no one is your boss, and time flexibility, And you can start with 500 rupees, you can start with 5 lakhs, you can start with whatever amount you want. Only thing you need to have if you are used to
that
big,
amount broker will give.
huh?
Yeah.
So this is our investor course in which we are going to learn about the equity, and I'm using the all-time high concept, teaching you the all-time high concept, and another concept is called Gnan theory. The fees for this is 10,000 rupees, and it is included the GST, and the duration will be 20 hours. And I always recommend to learn during the market hours also, because execution is equally important. So during the offline, during the Saturday Sunday, we'll gain the knowledge that how to select the script and all that thing. And during the market hours, we will actually buy that script or sell that script, right? Then the second course we have is for the trader, in which the product we are going to use is future and options. And we will be also learning how to buy the option, how to sell the option, and use trading of future and option using the hedging concept. Hedging means one thing you are buying and one thing you are selling. So if something happens overnight, then you are not in a major loss, or you are saving your uh, losses, right? So duration of that is 20 hours, and again it will be offline and online. During the market hours, I'll show you all the execution, and the fees about for this is 20,000 rupees, including GST. And you need to do the earlier course before enrolling to this course, right? So investor course is mandatory. Now we'll have a question that so many trainers are there, so many institutes are there, then why we, right? So the obvious reason is that I have an in-depth knowledge of the market. Matlab, I sit in the front of screen from 9:15 to 3:30 from around 7 to 8 years. Now, after learning the all-time concept, that need is not there, because once you invest it, you don't have to look at the market. Earlier, they study okay ho jata hai. But still, uh, maximum you can learn of the market when you sit in front of terminal, right? So that 9 years experience I have. Then when I came into stock market, already my father's portfolio was there, and I was not having any knowledge, so I had given it to someone. So he had made all mess out of it, and then I entered into stock market. So my case was like, without knowing the swimming, I was thrown into the ocean, and whoever help I took, they pushed me more. So this should not happen with any other one. That is why I have designed my course module. It's very easy to understand, and even layman can, as I told you that one of my student, he is having a job work of bangle manufacturing. He did not know even computer, he did not knew this thing, English, but he could learn trading. Another one was working with me as a driver, so he also could learn. So my way of teaching and the course material is so simple that even difficult terminology can be understood very easily. Okay, and as I told you, the training during the live market, and you learn and you trade live, then only you will be able to get the confidence. And it is lifetime support. Matlab, many of the trainers, if you call them during the market hours, they won't attend your call. But in my case, anytime regarding the stock market you call me, I am available. And the fee structures I have kept as a minimum, so that more people can learn and more people can trade and earn through this. Now these are the few people who are very much successful in the stock market, like Premji and Associate. They are having so much big portfolio. Then Radhakrishnan Damani, then Rakesh Junjunwala, and Mukesh Agrawal. Likewise, there are n number of people, and they have started with a very small amount. With the period of time and the compounding effect, this portfolio has become a huge portfolio. So on the SheSpce India team, wishes you a successful investing and trading also. And I'm really thankful to give you a valuable time to understand the stock market and get interest about it. Thank you so much.